Are you asking just me, Oos? Yeet. Hell yeah, I love it. Fire. Internet, I don't know what it is. Soak it in, cuz this is it right here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but hell yeah. Two-time world shocker, Oos. I'm damn near world heavyweight champ.
Live from the Minute Man Studio for Sunday, April 20th, 2025. My birthday! You have entered the Generation Evolution live on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch. I'm Mike.
I'm Christian.
And again, this guy just pulled him out of bed to get it on the air. And one of these mornings, he's going to get out of bed a little sooner.
No, at least I was up this time.
Bro,
I was just playing
fair enough. Fair enough.
my phone.
All right. Well, we're opening up.
Right.
Can we actually just get to the show?
Okay.
Jeez, that wasn't needed. Anyway, we're opening up the show with a surprise that we heard on the WrestleMania Night 1. This is a song I did not expect to hear back on WWE television again. This is Kill Switch Engage. The fire burns. Holy fuck! What a surprise! So,
This Fire Burns is a good song.
yeah, I didn't expect this to be played on during WrestleMania. But we will get into everything and everything between. So if you're watching us live, please comment. I know I saw someone jump in. I don't know how many people. It is Easter morning. I'm well aware. So happy Easter to those who are celebrating.
Happy Easter.
I know it's a lot of people that all normal people who are going to be home right now are probably at church. But still, hopefully you're listening to this on the replay. We are here to talk about Night 1 of WrestleMania, but also I figured we'd also talk about Stand and Deliver because we watched that also yesterday. So actually, you know what? Let's do Stand and Deliver first because that won't take us nearly as long.
Yep.
To do Stand and Deliver. We'll go from the. We'll go. Thank you, William. By the way, thank you, Wikipedia, for having the card. So I don't have to type this stuff out at the last second. Oh, by the way, is that the cold open with Jay? Was so drunk at the press conference last night.
He had a few libations.
Oh my lord, he was drunk. He was so drunk last night. Anyway, let's get into this. Let's talk about NXT Stand and Deliver. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed Stand and Deliver. I really enjoyed the show this year. Let's go through the card. Talk about what happened. First of all, on the pre-show, they actually had a pre-show match, and it was Gigi Dolan and Tatum Packers surprising the hell out of me with Shotzi in their corner, defeating Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez, Fatal Influence, and the Metaphor Girls. Cora actually got left behind by Roxanne. Roxanne walked off from her. And Gigi and Tatum are now the number one contenders. The WWE Tag Team Championship will be decided tonight on night 2 of WrestleMania.
Yep.
And the title match on NXT on Tuesday in Las Vegas. Christian, your thoughts on this? I don't even remember if you watched this match.
I did not even watch this match.
Fair
I
enough.
kind of did not. It's not like I didn't care. It's just.
I was excited because it was. They said this is the most women they've ever had on a card, ever in WWE NXT PLA history. Between this and the matches on the main show. So that says a lot. Let's get to the main show. Ricky Saints defeated Ollie Louise and Paige for the NXT North America Championship at 12:43. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really pay attention to half this match, but I kind of figured Ricky was gonna win. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Ricky was gonna win. They weren't gonna take it off of him right now.
So why don't you grab your own soda on the way down here? NXT, the prize of the night with Fraxium losing the NXT Tag Team Championships. NXT Tag Team Championships to Hank and Tank. Hank Walker and Tank Ledger are the NXT Tag Team Champions for the first time. Cristian, you're excited. You all of a sudden you're in the other room having lunch. All of a sudden, I called it.
I called it. I called it.
Yeah, your thoughts?
I went because they went through this whole. They having this whole story where they're fighting the odds. They're going against the odds. And why not give them the actual titles themselves? They went from 1 to 5 in the gauntlet match.
I agree. I'm not arguing
They
with you.
pushed through every single team. Just why not make them the team to actually defeat Fraxium?
It was a nice surprise.
And oh my god, which one died on the announce table? Which one
I think it was
died?
Hank. You're not worded that way. You're not worded that way.
I'm sorry, he looked like he was dead for a good minute. He sat there.
That was just the way you put it was weird. Like, don't say it that way.
Okay.
Like,
Which one?
I think it was Tank. It was Tank.
It was Hank or Tank?
I don't know. I don't remember which one it was.
Who was who?
Cristian, just finish your thoughts.
Anyways,
you were telling you were having a thought, and then you're trying to figure out who's who.
I'm still trying to figure out who's who. I don't even know who's who between the
Just finish
teams.
your thought.
That's the whole thought was finished, and that's why I asked who's who.
All right, cool. Fraxium have lost the tag team title. Do you expect them to win them back again, or do you expect them to get called up? What do you expect?
Called up. They're done for NXT. Just call them up.
Fair enough.
Just call them up, please.
All right, let's go to the ladder match for the North American Women's Championship. I totally said that wrong, but I don't care.
It was beautiful.
Ruka is now the NXT Women's North American Champion. She beat Izzy Dane, Kalani Jordan, Lola Vice, Thea Hale, and Zarya. This match was just under 15 minutes.
Shit.
This match was great. I really, really enjoyed this match. I'm not gonna bullshit people. This was fun. It was actually really exciting. I'm not happy Thea didn't win, but damn, we got 3 Soul Snatchers in a row, so I really can't complain about that either.
And one off a ladder.
Yeah, one off a lot. I can't complain about any of that. At least they kept the title in the mid card because like Soul Ruka in the mid card here, Thea Hale the mid card. Like, everyone in this match is the mid card. I don't know why Zarya is here, but we'll go with it.
Why not?
Your thoughts on Soul Ruka being the champion?
You want to know why Zarya is here? They need a big person.
Fair enough.
They need You always realize there's always at least one big person in the ladder match.
Not wrong. You're not wrong.
Someone like to put people through it or go through it. You never know. Or like that one time Braun Strowman got buried by every single ladder known to mankind.
Very true. Anyway, your thoughts on Soul Ruka winning?
I'm disappointed that Thea Hale didn't win, but Thea Hale was close. But she got thrown out the ring, then dived on, and then dived on again, and then dived on a third time. She could not catch a fucking break.
No.
And then, which one was it? I think Izzy Dame got soul snatched off the ladder, and then Lola Vice and Thea Hale got soul snatched 2 and 1
at the same time. Yeah, it was a double Soul Snatcher.
Kalani Jordan, God knows where. Zarya's. I got something to talk about. Zarya just reaching out to the Soul Ruka when on top of the ladder. What the fuck was that?
I don't know what that was. That was a weird moment. I get what they're trying to do with Zarya and Soul Ruka, but now Soul Ruka's champ. I don't know what
Soul Ruka didn't even give a fuck. Soul Ruka is still formed the shit out of her.
The crazy part about Soul Ruka now, she's also the speed champion too. So like,
does the speed champion actually mean anything?
No, but she's holding both belts. She's taking pictures of both belts.
Okay.
So you're at a weird angle, by the way. You're at a weird angle on the camera.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's better. Anyway, let's move on to the match that kind of happened. It was the 6-man tag team, 16 tag team. I am tired. I am tired this morning.
God, that's a Jesus Christ, 16 tag team.
No, I did say 6-man tag team by accident. Anyway, 6-man tag team match. It was Dark State, Deion Lennox, Otis Griffin, and Saquon Sugars with Cutler James defeating the D'Angelo family.
I mean, what was his name?
What did I say?
You said Otis.
No, I didn't.
You said Otis.
No, I did not. I know I did not say that. Defeated the D'Angelo family, Tony D'Angelo, Chad Renzo, and Luca Rufino with Riz on the outside because Stacks turned on Tony D. Wow. I'm shocked. I figured this would happen months ago. Oddly enough, the D'Angelo family broke up for Fraxium. Go figure how that happened.
God damn.
Your thoughts on this ending?
Lorenzo this really turns to some mob shit. He told Luca to just meet him, and has sent him the coordinates, and he just drove off.
Okay. What do you think of Dark State in this match? I actually thought they were pretty good.
They had a better finisher this time. Whatever the fuck that was last time.
But
But
what happened? Is it just saying that out there?
so I don't know how to explain it. It was bad.
What was the move? For people to know?
It's like they slingshot him into a powerbomb, but Sugars jumped off the middle rope and it did not look
the
good
first time.
at all. So he just stood there this time and then powerbomb was like that looked so much better. And then Cutler James got taken out by Rizzo at one point,
That was fun.
and then they hit the bada bang bada boom. That's actually what the fucking move is called.
I know.
That's so dumb, but it works. And then D'Angelo got low blowed.
Yeah.
Goddamn low blows.
We'll get to it on that. We'll get to it during
No,
Mania.
I'm just saying low blows this yesterday was insane.
We'll get to there in Mania. I thought Dark State looked good. I actually thought they actually looked so much better in this match than they did in the match in NXT. In general, I thought they looked better. All right.
And then 15 other members of Dark State, like Retribution, comes out.
No, let's not. Can we stop bringing up Retribution? Jeez, can we stop bringing up Retribution? Anyway, NXT Women's Championship. Stephanie Vakir defeated Julia, Jada Parker, and Jordan Grace to retain the title in 16:29. Wow, that long match. Wow. No surprise. Me personally, I didn't expect the belt off Stephanie, but I really enjoyed this match. Thoughts?
It was a pretty good match, but there's one spot that I have to laugh at. Booker T finally getting the move he wanted on every single person.
What's the move? You can't just say that.
I don't know
what talking about.
What the hell is it called? I don't know.
What, just describe it at least.
You
can't just say Booker T got his move. We don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know how to describe it. You try.
Oh my god! For those who don't know what we're talking about, because I guarantee that people who don't watch NXT that know what we're talking about. Stephanie does this move where she puts another lady in her legs and dives her legs into the mat, and Booker apparently it turns on Booker T, and he yells and now the crowd's doing it.
And they even have signs now.
Yeah, that's the thing that happened. So my favorite part is that they teased it the entire fucking match, and then they finally did it at the end. I thought that was pretty fun. So
I think Stephanie pinned
Julia
Again.
again. I was very surprised. So, and then our main event is the NXT Championship match. Oba Femi defeated Javon Evans and Trick Williams in 1658.
Oh, I forgot what whoop that trick. There you go.
Overall,
why did I do the yeet?
I thought this was an awesome match. This was a lot of fun. I didn't expect him to take the belt off him. Javon's gonna hold this belt eventually. I think this might be Trick's last start. It was farewell, a swan song in NXT. Thoughts?
It was a great match. Javon almost had it at one point. Trick trying to run over to the ref, but there was a spot where I think it was the ref is out. I think it was Obo's out. Trick's pinning Javon. Oba just grabs the ref by his belt and just holds him back. And instinct, this is the first time I think I've seen this. The ref kicks a competitor in the match and then runs for the pin. And then Oba just dives on and just clothesline just shit out of Trick to break up the pin.
That's fucking funny.
I think it's
I've never seen it before.
I've never seen it before. First time a referee fought back instinctively against a competitor.
I've never seen that before personally. So,
I mean, I'm not giving the ref shit. It was.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. It
was instinct.
No, it was absolutely instinct. But no, I thought it was actually really a lot of fun. I thought this was Oba being Oba. I enjoyed Oba being Oba. So
Jesus Christ, it took 2 power. That there was the sequence. Trick shot on Javon, fall from grace. Fall from grace on top of Javon, and then Javon got hit with a sit-out fall from grace.
Yeah, it's wow. When you put it that way.
And give Javon credit. He fucking body slammed Obafemi. He picked up Obafemi.
No, that was insane. I didn't expect that. That was a nice. I actually thought they pulled all the stops. The 3 of them pull all the stops to this match. So, all right. I guess that is NXT Stand Deliver. By the way, so an update for those wondering. When I get upstairs, the slamming wars are going to be happening sometime this morning. Sammy Wars will be my 10th show of the weekend. I actually finished Bloodsport this morning. Oh, you're gonna do all this stuff on Thursday, but I got Bloodsport this morning. I'm gonna try to squeeze in the ID tournament before the double game today, but I may not. I think I just need a break and listen to the podcast and just chill out a little bit before the double game. But yeah, on Monday I will be getting a couple more shows in. And I'm off work. After we do the podcast tomorrow, I'll have a couple more shows I want to get in. So anyway, let's get into WrestleMania Night 1. Before we get to the card, I want to just quickly shout out. I love the stadium. Holy crap, I love the stadium.
It's a beautiful stadium.
That's number one. The stadium. Number two, Jelly Rolls in God Bless America. That was pretty cool.
You sounded great too.
Yeah, I love Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll's awesome. And then we also there's a bunch of podcasts going on right now. A bunch of podcast series is happening that I have to catch up on. Podbean World, the Podbean World podcast I listen to, they're at WrestleMania, and they were doing podcasts from Mania all weekend. Which has been fun. It's fun and entertaining. Okay, let me see if I can find out if that's on my phone. I'm going to catch up on this probably at work on Tuesday. But yeah, I'm going to get my app up here. I have my podcast app right in front of me. I have so many podcasts on my phone right now because of WrestleMania last night. I have to catch up on it eventually. But so the Pommy Troll Gang is there. Apparently, this is Ryder Strong's first wrestling show ever. Was this? So that be the most ADD thing I've ever seen. Anyway, they've already done.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to finish my thought, and then we'll get to WrestleMania. You look more bored than normal right now. Anyway, so over on their feed right now, they have interviews with Bailey, Liv, and Dominic Mysterio, Mark Henry, Chelsea Green, and Stephanie Stratton and Danhausen. And
like you do.
And they did a recap of night one, which I'll show that I've listened to eventually. But those are wondering, go listen to that. Anyway, what's to us? We have a lot going on. They open up the show with the Heat Master himself, Jey Uso. What a fucking entrance this was.
Who only yeeted once.
Yes, and at the end. But damn.
And in the introduction.
I know. Let me finish the whole setup here. And they come down, or it comes down to the ring. And that fucking, they had a full out DJ with guys on the stage wearing Heat flags and the Raiders cheerleaders in the crowd as he went through the crowd.
And dancers on stage as
and
well.
Dancers randomly. I don't know where the dancers came from. That was
and they're
random.
all yeeting as well.
So that was an awesome entrance for him. He counteracted Gunther, who had the most simple, badass entrance he could have possibly had.
Just stood there, doors open, and just walked out.
Yeah, by the way, what do you think of the stage?
That is beautiful.
Stage?
I love the doors open.
This is one of the best stages they've had in a while. But did you know they have fans on the stage?
Yep, I actually did notice that. But so help me God, they better not get hit by pyro.
Oh, I noticed the pyro wasn't around. It was up top or like in front of the set. It wasn't on the set itself.
Or like on the long side.
Yeah, I did not notice it was not actually on the set. I thought that was pretty cool.
Hello.
So anyway, Jey Uso is officially the World Heavyweight Champion. He beat Gunther in 1630 by submission. Who the hell saw that one coming?
After Uso splash, and then Uso splash to the back, and then okay, give Groot the credit. He got up immediately.
Oh yeah,
he got up, and then locked in a sleeper hold. God damn! And that was the most elegant tap out. He didn't do like he did the.
Yeah, it was surprising.
It was the most elegant tap out I've ever seen.
So people, by the way, are very pissed off. Like Gunther lost via tap out. By the way, people are really pissed about this.
Damn.
This is only the second time Gunther's lost a match by tap out, and it was the other one with Ilya Dragunov. That's it. There's only two people that have ever beaten Gunther by tap out.
And he's only lost 3 times. Oh, 4 times.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Isn't that nuts?
Sami, Zayn, Braun, Dragunov, and RJ.
Yeah, pretty much. So there you go. This is I really enjoyed this match though. I really thought this match was great. A great opener. The crowd was hot. The crowd was so fucking hot. And then Jey wins. He gets the belt. He celebrates with Jimmy in the ring,
who comes out and surprises Jey.
It was a cool moment. And Jey Uso is now the World Heavyweight Champion. Where do you go from here? Did you go through his rematch right away? Do you continue on? Do you do something different? Like, what do you do from here?
All I gotta say is, if you go back to 2019 and say Jey Uso is gonna be world champion, no one would fucking believe you.
Hell
no one would. This was pre-Bloodline, pre-right hand man, pre-anything. This is where they looked exactly the same.
And here we are. Jey Uso,
God,
World
you
Heavyweight
go back in
Champion.
time and tell someone, did you know Jey Uso is going to be world champion in the future? What the fuck you talking about?
No way in hell. And for those who missed it in
And
the
you
total,
never know. Jimmy Uso might win a mid-card title eventually.
that wouldn't surprise me. Although for those who missed the weren't paying attention to the
Oh, wait. Jimmy wins the IC title for Jay. So, because Jay had it as well.
that'd be intriguing.
So, he has the world, and now Jimmy has the IC.
But we'll get to IC on today's show. Actually, on WrestleMania Night 2. But for those who missed the cold open, this was what happened at the post-show press conference late last night.
Are you asking just me, Oos? Yeet. Hell yeah, I love it. Fire. Internet, I don't know what it is. Soak it in, cuz this is it right here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but hell yeah. 2-time world shockers. I'm damn near world heavyweight champ.
What in the hell does that mean?
I'm 2-time world heavyweight champ.
I think it was 2-time world heavyweight shocker. I think that's what that sentence was.
Yeah, beautiful.
But that
Did you know that Jey Uso won a world title way before he was in the company?
Oh my lord! Well, I gotta just say something. That was only 20 seconds of a 20-minute press conference, and he was drunk the entire time. It was.
I guess you could say he had a few
Oh
libations.
my lord, that was crazy.
I think he had more than a few libations. Jesus Christ!
So, all right, let's move on to a match that the crowd didn't seem to care. The New Day defeated the Royal Raiders to win the World Tag Team Championships at 9:15. Not gonna lie, I only saw half this match because I chose this time to go clean up bartender.
Well, I'm gonna say one thing about this match. I like the War Raiders entrance where it was Clash of Clans related.
There you go.
Eric was the King Barbarian, if you know who the fuck that is, and Ivar was a P.E.K.K.A.
Means nothing to me, but I'm glad you would do the references.
No, do you know what's funny though? Papa got it.
Well, I'm glad you got the reference. I have no idea, but I'm glad you guys got
Even
the reference.
but we talked over it, but Michael Cole even explained who they were.
I believe it. I'm just saying I'm glad you got the references. And the New Day came out dressed as the Giant Gonzalez, which I thought was hysterical.
Is that what they were?
I thought they were. I'm cold to say that later.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
They were dressed as the Giant Gonzalez.
There we go.
That was an interesting thing. The New Day won the tag team championships. Xavier got the pin. Kofi was holding the arm and
The leg.
the leg, and nobody seemed to care.
And then
Not a single person cared.
And then the funniest part was when they booked it up the stage.
Yeah, I just felt bad because nobody cared. Oh, like, oh my lord, nobody cared.
Kofi was booking it. Xavier was struggling to keep up with Kofi because goddamn Kofi is quick.
So
But no one gave a shit.
nobody cared. Nobody cared. Unfortunately, nobody cared.
They're gonna care. Maybe they're gonna do something on like Monday
I hope so.
to like kick.
The problem is, it was a weird situation because it came after the crowd hopped for meeting, and then you have the New Day come out, and
They got booed though. They got booed though.
My friend Josh made a good point. They waited too long to have this match, and I get it. You wanted to wait till Mania. God damn, it took forever to get here.
Mm-hmm.
So, move on. We had Jade Cargill defeating Naomi in a one-on-one match in 9:20. Naomi, I love her caution tape stuff she does. I'm loving this gimmick.
I love her theme.
Yes. And then Jade had an actual weather reporter.
And
do
that's
her introduction.
me and Papa were so confused. And then
No, just stop right there.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyways, that's the whole that's the show, folks. We're gonna have the intro cut. But no.
Continue.
Yeah. But then all that mom said was just the storm is coming. It's like, oh. Fun fact: this match is longer than a tag match
True.
by 5 seconds.
It's 5 seconds. It's not that big of a deal.
But no, I'm just saying. It ironically,
That's probably a hold or something at that point, you know.
but it was a great. It was
It was good. I enjoyed
it
this
was
match.
pretty good.
It was good. It's better than I expected. It's a lot better than I expected.
But then we have a new move. It was some kind of electric chair into a powerbomb. Looked bad, but then also looked devastating at the same time.
That's usually how it works, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. And then whatever the hell Naomi did the Jade on the outside was like an X Factor or something. Jade sold the shit out of that.
Oh yeah. What I'm enjoying here is that this is big for Jade. She needed this win. She has her first win at Mania now. And
Didn't she have the 3-on-3?
but first singles win.
Okay, there you go.
First singles win at Mania. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. You know.
I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of like tag partners in this on the card, and they actually won for their singles matches.
It's nice, isn't it? For those who said there was too many triple threat, and every single match on here except for the main event was a singles or a straight up tag match. Every single match on here on night one. I didn't realize that. All the rest of the triple threats and four ways are on night two. So
everything's just a 1-on-1 except
it's
for
crazy.
The
Except for the main event. Except for the main event. Oh, I'm not counting that because that was a straight up tag match. So
Okay.
I'm not counting that, obviously. But anyway, let's move on to a match that I thought was faster than the time here. LA Knight lost the United States, WWE United States Championship to Jacob Fatu in 10:40. In 10:40, I thought this match was a lot faster than 10:40. I'm not gonna lie, that's a compliment to them because I thought this match flew. Jacob Fatu won clean with no outside interference, which is a big surprise.
You know what I like to point out for the entrance, Solo went back.
Yes,
Solo instead of staying went backstage.
In LA Knight, I joked. There's a running joke that JBL started that in order to drive on the stage, you have to have your drive on the stage license. And obviously, LA Knight did not have that license because he had no one drive him up the stage. For his entrance.
That's why he lost. He didn't have his drive up the stage license.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. So
that's why he lost. He didn't have his license.
So that was pretty funny. But overall,
karma for breaking the laws.
So Jacob Fatu, by the way, came out wearing his werewolf mask, the same mask he wore when he won the MLW World Heavyweight Championship back in 2019, which is insane. So,
and again, I keep on bringing it up, but Jacob Fatu looks so much better now.
Oh, he looks amazing now.
He
looks absolutely amazing now. Absolutely incredible.
Now, like you said, it's just now muscle instead of fat. Like
it's not fat anymore. He gained a lot of muscle.
I hate to say it, but it was fat earlier.
It's
but
true.
Now
he'll admit it.
Now it's muscle, and holy shit, he looks so different.
No, he looks absolutely incredible.
But we have to give him credit though. When he was still big, he could still do a lot of shit.
Yeah, he should not be able to move at his size, and he does it, and now he's in better shape, and that's terrifying.
Because he did at the size he was doing the moonsault he does now.
Oh yeah, and it's terrifying now. Imagine when he had extra weight on him.
Jesus Christ.
So, all right, let's move on to the next match. When we last left you,
but I was disappointed that Jacob Fatu didn't hit 53 more moonsaults the LA Knight.
We move on.
Oh wait, actually, one more thing. Because no, this is actually the cool part. LA Knight countered the moonsault into a BFT.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Because in midair, countered into a BFT, you cannot lie. That was cool.
Yeah, that's very.
Now
very
we
true.
can continue. Sorry, I had to bring that one part up.
That's fine. Absolutely. Moving on. So when we last left you on Thursday night, Rey Mysterio was in this match. Rey Mysterio got hurt on Friday night during SmackDown. Had to replace in this match, but it announced during the pre-show that Ray Phoenix is taking Rey Mysterio's spot.
Ray tagged Ray.
And by the way, I give credit where he's did. Boy, they updated all those graphics quickly for this match. Did everything quick. And so El Grande Americano, Chad Gable, defeated Ray Phoenix by pinfall in 7:55.
Jesus Christ, the shortest match on the card.
I'm happy about that. I wish it was shorter.
Jesus Christ.
I wish it was shorter. The only thing, and we'll talk more about this on Thursday's show because I want to get more details on this, but during the pre-show, there was an announcement that WWE TKO bought AAA. And we'll get more into that on Thursday's show. But the important bit here is that Vikingo was in the crowd and actually got into El Grande Americano's face.
And kicked him right in the face.
And they came out to comfort Ray Phoenix after the match. So the fact that Vikingo was in the WWE ring is absolutely fucking crazy.
This match, in my opinion, was the match of the night.
But like I said, we'll get more into that on Thursday because Thursday we got to preview a Team They Hate review. That Vikingo's on. So we'll get to that on Thursday.
God, WWE's now cooking, but since Vince left, they bought AAA.
They work with TNA.
And they work with TNA.
So we'll talk more about that on Thursday, though, because Thursday's show is a packed show anyway. We'll talk about it on Thursday.
God, Jesus Christ. And they got so many great competitors.
Exactly. We'll talk more about that on Thursday's show. Tiffany Stratton defended the WWE Women's Championship, defeating Charlotte Flair.
I like it how we just immediately just said the one thing about the match and just skipped over it.
What?
No, it was just like we talked. No. It's just because it's just El Grande Americano. Never mind.
What did I do? I was moving on.
No, because we talked about it a little bit and then just immediately just said.
Who cared? Who cares?
That's what I just found funny.
Tiffany Stratton defeated Charlotte Flair to retain the WWE Women's Championship. Surprised everybody. I'm very happy about this. Tiffany, by the way, coming out in the awesome Barbie entrance, sponsored by Mattel. By the way,
it was
for those who missed it, there was 3 boxes on the stage, 3 different. She did the full entrance, and there was 3 Barbie boxes.
One was a boxer, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Her in the middle, which you didn't even realize was her.
messed up the whole thing I was setting up.
Oh.
I was literally going to set that up. I was trying to explain it.
Oh. And then some gold dress.
Yeah,
At the end.
I was trying to explain it. There was 3 different Barbies, and I thought that that there was going to rise up and Tiffany was going to come out. I didn't expect her to come out of one of the boxes. So that was a cool surprise. Very fitting for Tiffany, by the way. And apparently Tiffany's been wanting to do that for years. And never got her. Oh, she said it at the press conference. So she's wanted that entrance for years. And they never got around to it in NXT. So here we go. We got around to it. I'm so happy. Charlotte lost. Clean.
Thank God.
The fuck's going on upstairs? Tiffy actually broke her tooth, by the way. In this match.
God, she looked. Oh God.
But what do you think of this match overall? This is
It was a
crazy match.
It was a good match. Thank God Charlotte Flair actually lost. I am blanking right now. But and then she won with the Kenny Omega special. I'm sorry.
What does that mean?
The rolling into the moonsault.
Okay, well that doesn't make any sense to me if you don't explain it.
It's the rolling fireman's carry into the prettiest moonsault ever, which is
Okay.
pretty much what Kenny Omega does.
Okay, but problem is you can't just say this is the problem. And no, let me explain something. Let me explain this. Before you get all like butthurt, I'm making fun of you.
No, I'm not saying that. But there's also wrestling fans who watch, which know what I'm talking about.
But here's the problem. You can't. The problem. Here's the issue. And I have a clip of Triple H talking about this. And we'll talk about this more on Thursday's show. I run this show like people that don't actually are not 100% diehard fans are watching the show. So I need you to explain what you're talking about. Sorry, but that's how I've always done things. I've learned this is the old Stan Lee rule. You pretend like this is somebody's first show, even though you're distracted as hell today. Anyway, sorry, that's how I feel about things. So Tiffany's champion. There's a lot of backstage heat on Charlotte from what I've been hearing today. So I don't know more details about that. I'd love to know more details about that. Then we get that was 1905. That match that was actually pretty damn good. Probably Tiffany's longest match ever. That was actually pretty crazy.
The longest match was actually the cash in. Because it was the build up and the setup, the cash in.
We'll let that one sit there. It's been one of those mornings. I swear we're going to be in better shape tomorrow for our live show tomorrow. Main event. So I look at the clock. By the way, and we look at the clock. We get done with Tiffany and Charlotte. We have one match left, and it's super early. And then we still have to do the Hall of Fame, which I'm not surprised they did last night and on night 2. By the way, I'm very surprised about that. They did the Hall of Fame stuff, and then we finally get to the entrance for this match. Seth, who decided to give him a flamethrower?
Darby.
True.
No, do you know what happened? Darby, I went to Mount Everest. He just said, "Oh, I found this. I'm just going to use it now." He took it from It's Darby's flamethrower. It's just like if you look close, he has the initials of DA just engraved into it. Hold up. Let me take off my headphones. I'm gonna be very careful this time.
While I'm explaining, when we're explaining, I'll explain on the entrance. So Seth had a flame that came out in a garbage bag outfit with a flamethrower, and was tearing down the step practically, which was absolutely hysterical. And then, here's Darby holding a flamethrower. Just put up by the camera. There you go. So,
and if you look closely, the one Seth had the initials DA engraved into it.
And then the lights come out. Your mother said perfectly. I'd love to see what the
night vision
cam of him changing off the garbage bag thing to have on his Jesus outfit.
Jesus.
So he finishes his entrance. He gets to the ring. Roman Reigns music hits, and it was number one weird because he came out by himself, which is the first time I've seen that since 2019.
I do want to say something. That is a clean gear, even though it's a simple color change. It looks so good.
Oh, Seth.
No, Roman, because he usually has red and black, but it was white and black.
Yes. So Roman came out by himself, but I love about this entrance. But if you're paying attention to the entrance, if you look at the screens above the ramp, they are showing family members of the Iwani family. And that was a really cool touch. Because it fit the character of Roman so well and the whole bloodline angle so well.
Did you know those are actually in person too?
What?
You can actually see the Anoa'i family.
Oh, I know. That set was not that was not an AI set. That was meant for everybody.
Thank God.
That was pretty cool. Actually, I like this year's set because there's no real AI or like virtual effects. It's just the set. Very old school. They were very old school this year, and I like it. And that was part of that was the first thing I knew. That was the first time all day I noticed that those screens were legitimately there. Like that was pretty cool. Yeah, so,
oh God. And if you notice, watching it back, Roman kept on looking for Paul throughout the entire entrance where Paul usually is. Like when he comes out, he looks over, wasn't there. Goes down the ring, looks over, was not there. When he's on like the steps where Paul's like praising him, wasn't there.
No, weird.
And when he was finally on the apron, Paul was not there.
It's crazy.
And he finally gets in the ring, Paul was not there. He kept those so many times. He kept on looking for Paul. He was not there.
Because meanwhile, Paul was waiting back there for this epic CM Punk video package to play.
Jesus Christ, that was cool.
To Kill Switch Engage that we opened up the show with today. And then Punk, then all of a sudden they go to the band and Living Color's on the stage. And
in Living Color too.
Well, that's the name of the band. And then the music hits and they're playing Cult of Personality, and out comes Punk, and out comes Paul Heyman, and somebody's already put a side by side together of the entrance they did at WrestleMania 29, which is almost exactly like side by side, exactly the same.
And the attire Punk was wearing, Jesus Christ.
The only difference I think between 29 now, obviously with the Paul Bearer urn, but that was how a storyline at the point, the time.
Paul comes out with like, oh shit. Paul comes out with the oofafa instead of the
But
urn.
I thought, by the way, Paul having a fucking so much fun on that stage of Living Color. That was so much fun. Punk deserves this. By the way, Punk deserves that entrance. It's very good in the main event. Give him an entrance. He deserves it. In the main event, this match went 32:55. And boy,
Jesus
it did
Christ.
not feel like it. It did not feel like it at all.
This was a roller coaster of a match.
Oh, it was emotional. It was exciting. Storytelling absolutely incredible. By the way, what do you think of the new announce tables?
They looked good, and God, they were both done by the end of this match.
So obviously, from what I saw when they went through, like, easy to put back together. Easy to put back together like nothing ever happened. So easy for tomorrow night.
You think anyone's gonna go through tomorrow night?
Oh, there is a Cincinnati street fight tonight.
Fair enough.
So overall, I thought the match was great. Storytelling, a great wrestling match. The three of them are professionals, and Punk and then Paul Heyman's doing his thing. And so you want to talk about how this thing ended? Because this thing was fucking crazy.
So Paul, everyone's down.
Oh, keep in mind, triple threat match, no DQ. Just want to throw it out there. It's important. It's important. It's actually really important.
Paul's down. Paul is not down. All three of them are down. Paul grabs a chair. What I said would have been funny is Roman and Punk are right there in front of him. He just slides it past both of them to Seth, but that did not happen.
No.
He gives it to Punk. And then Paul Heyman gets in the ring. And then he's telling Punk to hit Roman. And then, as soon as Punk's about to hit Roman, low blow the CM Punk.
Insane. As that was that reaction from the crowd, like, oh, fuck.
And then he grabs the chair and gives it to the tribal chef. What did I say?
Chef.
Oh, I usually call him the tribal chef as a joke, and I didn't even realize it happened. And then he gives it to the tribal chief. Amen. And then and then he's just beating the shit out of CM Punk with the chair. And then Paul points at Seth with the exact same position, ready to hit him in the back. And then he goes for it. And then Paul Heyman low blows Roman Reigns.
I favorite part of that whole setup, by the way, with Paul being like, look, it's exactly what you wanted. He's literally standing. Whoever planned this out, it was so brilliant. Because literally, fucking Seth is literally standing the same exact way Roman was back then, back in the Shield breakup. It was such a well done scene. Like, such a perfect scene.
Waited all these years to get screwed over.
So.
And then Seth gets the chair.
By the way, that low blow that Paul
Jesus
hit on
Christ,
Roman,
he put some emphasis in that low blow.
And the crowd reacted like, "Oh fuck, this happened."
and then what never actually this did not happen So what I'm about to say did not actually happen. And then he low blowed Seth Rollins and walked out the ring with the steel chair.
I thought that was going to happen. I legitimately thought that was going to happen.
And then everyone's just down. And then the real winner of the match is Paul Heyman because he didn't get screwed over with them. But no, what actually happened is Seth Rollins got the chair and then hit Roman Reigns in the back again, curb stomped. 1, 2, 3.
Wow. By the way, someone put up a graphic. I forgot where I saw it today. That Seth Rollins pinned Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31 and 41.
God damn.
What a fucking match and what a storyline ending. And I cannot wait to see what happens. And by the way, Seth Rollins denied to be at the press conference. He decided I didn't want to go. So we didn't get any answers during the press conference. But overall, this was great.
I mean, in his defense, he would have got jumped by 2 different people.
Well, than that, I'm glad they didn't do that because I wanted the first words to be on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather on Raw Monday that be one of the big things we're looking forward to.
No,
Monday
but
night.
the first, you know exactly what his first word's gonna be. He's gonna laugh.
Oh yeah,
that's his first word's gonna be.
But at least they figured out that Seth is the better heel. Like, to their credit, you know. Do it again.
Wait, hold up.
Hold it up for the big photo for the live show. Anyway,
wait, this was gonna be so much better.
I can't with you.
And somehow Darby would survive that.
I can't with you. Anyway, so that is how we end WrestleMania Night 1 with Seth Rollins walking out with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns.
And the steel chair. Don't forget he had the steel chair with him.
Yes, and actually, if you went off the air, you cut back to the ring and you actually had Roman, and you actually watched Roman and Punk selling afterwards. That was pretty cool.
Seth was attacking Michael Cole verbally. He was saying you're smarter than that, and then Michael Cole was right there, and then who was on commentary after the two of them left?
Nobody, because we were off the air.
Was it? No, wait.
After what you saw was the end of the show.
Okay.
Cole and Graves and Barrett left. We cut to Joe Tess and Jackie Redmond and Big E and all Peter Rosenberg and Kathy Kelly did a post show.
I swear one of them sounded like the coach.
But the coach definitely does not work here.
Thank God.
He doesn't want to either. So but that's where we leave WrestleMania Night 1. What a show.
What do you
think? Wait, 0 to 10.
A good solid 9.5.
It's way higher than I would rank it. I was ranking around a 7.5 because there was a couple of the middle of the show was weird.
I mean, if we're counting the main event in there, but logistically, oh my God, that's a big word. I would say 8. A solid 8.
Okay, cool. I was 7.5. You went 8. That works for me. So tomorrow, by the way,
that main event really did something.
So
it's Tiffy time.
We're gonna close the show with a little bit of Tiffy time today because we can. So we're gonna join us tomorrow morning again at the same time. This time, Mark will be, and we're going to talk about Night 2 of WrestleMania taking place tonight.
God, this theme is so annoying. Yeah. I was not expecting you to throw it up right after I said that. Please follow me on the Villains Ain't Riley on YouTube. We're at 73 subscribers. Yippee-ki-yay. I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore. I am exhausted.
By the way, self-done himself being exhausted. Nothing to do with me.
That's me being exhausted. So please follow me. I'm going to be streaming later, hopefully.
Before WrestleMania.
If anyone is actually on.
Both Easter and WrestleMania. Maybe you're going to tie. Who knows?
Hopefully we do. And then with that being said.
Okay, follow us on all the platforms at Generation Evolution. And find this show. And then find us live tomorrow on Facebook and on YouTube. We'll do this all over again tomorrow. That being said, let's get out of here because I'm a little bit. I want to go and chillax for the Devils game. So, till tomorrow, you've been tuned. I'm Blake.
I'm Christian.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you so very much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.